There's a version of you that's been waiting. Waiting for someone to notice you, to pick you, to decide you're worth staying for. You've spent so much of your life in this quiet, aching state of hoping. Hoping you'll be enough. Hoping you'll be the one they choose. You didn't even realize you were doing it. It became background noise. The way you checked your phone. The way you analyzed every interaction. The way you held your breath, wondering if this time, finally, someone would see your value and claim it. You were auditioning for a role you already deserved. And then one day, something breaks open. Not dramatically. Not with fanfare. Just a quiet realization that settles in your bones. You're done waiting. You're done waiting for someone to decide you're worthy of their time. Done waiting for love to validate you. Done waiting to be chosen like you're standing on the sidelines of your own life, hoping someone will pick you for their team. Because here's what you finally understand. Waiting to be chosen means you've already decided you're not enough on your own. It means you've handed your worth to someone else and asked them to determine your value. It means you've made yourself small, hoping that would make you easier to love. And you're tired. Tired of shrinking. Tired of performing. Tired of that anxious, desperate energy that comes from waiting for external validation to tell you you're okay. So you stop. Not because you've given up on love. Not because you've become bitter or closed off. But because you've remembered something crucial. You don't need to be chosen. You need to choose yourself. And that changes everything. When you choose yourself, you stop tolerating half-hearted effort. You stop making excuses for people who only show up when it's convenient. You stop convincing yourself that breadcrumbs are a meal. You stop accepting maybe when you deserve absolutely. You start asking different questions. Not, why don't they want me? But, do I even want this? Not, what can I do to make them stay? But, is this person adding to my life or taking from it? Not, how can I be enough? But, am I being honored here? The shift is subtle but seismic. You stop waiting by the phone. You stop overanalyzing texts. You stop twisting yourself into shapes that aren't yours, hoping this version will finally be the one someone wants. You stop living in the future tense, in the maybe someday, in the if only. You come back to right now, to yourself, to your own life that's been waiting for you to show up for it. And you realize something wild. You were never meant to wait. You were meant to live. Fully. Presently. In your own worth. Not because someone else confirmed it, but because it simply is. When you stop waiting to be chosen, you become unshakable. Not hard. Not closed. But grounded. You know who you are. You know what you bring. And you're not willing to discount it anymore just to make someone else comfortable. You stop seeing yourself through other people's eyes. You stop measuring your worth by who wants you. You stop believing that being alone means being unwanted. Because you've chosen yourself. And that's enough. This doesn't mean you stop wanting love. It means you stop needing it to survive. It means you build a life you don't need to be rescued from. It means when love comes, it's a beautiful addition, not a rope. And here's the magic. When you stop waiting to be chosen, when you root yourself in your own value, you become magnetic in a completely different way. Not because you're playing games, but because you're finally, fully present in your own life. You're not auditioning. You're not performing. You're just being. And that confidence, that self-possession, that quiet knowing of your own worth, people feel it. But more importantly, you feel it. So if you've been waiting, I need you to hear this. Stop. Stop waiting for someone to see you. See yourself. Stop waiting for someone to choose you. Choose yourself. Stop waiting for love to give you permission to live. Live now. You are not a second choice. You are not a backup plan. You are not something someone gets around to when they've exhausted all other options. You are the choice. You always were. And the moment you truly believe that, the moment you stop waiting and start living, everything changes. Not because the right person suddenly appears, but because you finally came home to yourself. And that's where you were meant to be all along. Choose you. Today. Right now. Stop waiting. Your life is happening. And you're worth showing up for. Thanks for being here. If this spoke to you, let me know in the comments. When did you stop waiting? What changed? And subscribe to The Unhurried Woman if you need more reminders that you are already enough.